The market rockets higher, we're all over it, and this boy turns one. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that we were looking the market to push up into that 5,700 ES area. They came within 20 points of it and then sold off into the close. And now the question is this the pullback we've been looking for, or do the bulls have one more run? I'll get into that in just 1 second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, as always, before we jump into the charts, we are going to take a look at the indicator. But before I do that, I do want to tell you, as I have for the last few days, that we will be starting a podcast very soon on the psychology of trading. I see over and over again in my room and with people who email me that psychology is really sabotaging their trading, and I want to get deep into that. So look for that podcast over the next few weeks. Now, let's jump into the charts and take a look at the indicator results. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPY chart, and this is for day trading. We also use it for swing trading. If you check out yesterday's video, we looked at Microsoft and how the indicator predicted before the big earnings race up that you should get long, and it was about a 15% move up, a really strong move on the Microsoft buy signal. But we also had a long on the SPY that we took, and that swing trade paid really well today. We closed half of that, as well as our day trades that really did well. Now, if you're new here, we have created a trading view indicator. It is our own custom indicator. It only works on trading view, so you do have to have a trading view account. And we are looking at trading view right now. On the left in yellow, you have our pre-market trading. On the right in blue is post-market. We don't trade those, but we do need them on so that the indicator works properly. You also need a real-time data account for the ES and the NQ as we check those concurrently with the SPY in order to get better buy and sell signals. One final note, we only trade till 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. After that, there is no trading done because it is choppy in the afternoons, as you can see here in the afternoon, very choppy pattern, and that's pretty common of low volume trading, so we stay away from that kind of stuff. So we trade early in the day, a little bit choppy at the beginning here. We got a buy that did not actually work out. A sell here, or no sell, sorry, a move down. Then we got a buy that was really strong up into the 563 area, and then right at the top you get the sell straight down into 559, a 4-point move, absolutely no heat taken, an awesome trade. And then basically for the rest of the day it was a chop. We had one buy loser right here, and then I ended up not taking this trade because I get ready for my call at 10 a.m. but this trade was a winner for the people who did take it. Another incredible day for the indicator, guys. It is over and over that we're doing this, and it's helping hundreds of traders beat the market. This isn't some one-off day or some one thing. As you can see on the screen, Matt chronicles our data. Through the first 4 months of the year, we are up $31,000 on a 100K account. That's a 31% return on investment, and just 33% of the year, 1/3 of the year. If you multiply that out, that's about $93,000 in return for the year on a 100K account. That is an unbeatable rate of return. Now, do I think we'll be there at the end of the year? I don't. You get mean reversion. March was a record month. We had a lot of good things happen in the first quarter, but month over month, week over week, and year over year, we make money. Last year, we made 35% on our 100K account. This year, we're already up to 31%, and I expect we'll probably close around 50 to 70%, just depending on how the year goes. If you want to be a part of this, guys, a part of an opportunity where people are calling this a cheat code, a part of a community where people are making so much money they can take off work to play golf, a community where a guy turned 4,000 into 30,000, a community where people are thriving and happy and killing the market for the first time in their lives. If you want to be part of beating the market, making money, and treating this as a business, guys, here's how you do it. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you over to the website. Once you're there, check out membership plans area. At the top, you'll see our new member rooms here. You can get one of those. I'll talk about those later in the video. You can also get on our daily live calls. Yesterday, I gave you Facebook and Microsoft and told you where they were headed, and that's exactly where we went. Today, I gave them Amazon and Apple. Those two are also lining up with what we thought. Guys, it's an incredible call, but we're here for the indicator right now. If you scroll down just a little further, you're going to see our trading view indicators, $59 for the month, $5.90 for the year. Guys, today's trades alone would have paid for 4 years of the yearly indicator. That's incredible. That's an incredible return on investment for 1 day of trading. Yesterday, we had the same thing. One trade would have paid for years of the indicator. It's a 30-day money back guarantee. If you want to get it, put it on your chart and just paper trade it. You don't have to risk any money at all, or just watch it. You don't even have to paper trade it. If it doesn't do what I say, simply email me and say, hey, this didn't work out for me. It's not what I look for. It's incredible in day trading. It's crushing swing trading. Guys, it's killing the market. It's helping hundreds of people beat the market, and I want you to be a part of it. Check it out. Get involved with this. It's really fun. We're having a great time, and I want you to be there. Now, let's jump into the charts and take a look. So on the 10-minute view here, which is what we're on, we did talk about having a nice 5 up for wave 5. They did come up short of the gap fill, but we did have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I kind of wanted to see this be a 4-5 into that 5,700 region, and it still can be. I mean, they haven't lost critical support yet. This area here, this 5625 area, is going to be critical support for them. Doesn't mean they still can't go higher. It means it's going to be less likely that it's going to be an impulsive kind of standard move. But what I did talk about on the midday call is having, you know, a 3, 4, 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then this being a possible wave 2 in a very, very micro sense. Now we look for a 1, 2, and a breakdown. And they did give us, on the last candle here, they did give us a move back up. So that could qualify as the wave 2 if we got into a smaller chart, like say the 5-minute or the 2-minute or something like that. You could see wave 2 of 3 kind of already form. So if they're able to break down directly, we would be looking for them to break through the pivot. And the pivot's going to come in at, they're at the pivot basically, 56.28 to 56.36. Through that, we'll expect 56.16 to be the next area. And they can hold that. That would be fine if they give you one of these kind of back into that 56.15 range. There's really good support there as well. And then back up, I would be okay with that as a 4-5 setup to complete. If they get down here into 56.04 and the 1, 2, 3, 6, then it's just going to be about the pivot. So we're coming down in 1, 2, 3 of 3 typically targets the 1.0 to 1, 2, 3, 6. And then once you get to this point, they got to hold the pivot 56.28 to 36 on any bounces. So we would look for something like this to get us started in the down move in a 5-wave format. So that could be a little worrisome for the bulls if this continues to play out. Right now we're in the very early stages of this. So until we see a little bit more, we are going to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt because they didn't fill the gap up at 56.70 on this SPX. We would like to see them fill that gap before heading down. So I think that we'll still give the bulls the benefit of the doubt for now. But as we zoom out, we can see that we're up into our box over here on the side, 5,600 to 5,800 box. We were looking for 5,700. Again, they came up, 20 points short of that today. So effectively hitting the target. If you're looking for an exact hit, you don't always get that. Sometimes they spike it through, sometimes they hit it exactly, and sometimes it's short. So we'll see what they do. I do think my primary right now would lean for them to kind of hold this and try to get one more high to close that gap. They don't have to do that. That is not a requirement, but because of that gap fill, I lean in that direction. But if they start to follow this 5-wave path down into this 56.60 area and then continue on in that fashion, we will have to take note of that and see exactly what kind of structure we get. Any questions on the ES? Does look like the bears came to close the market today. The bulls definitely opened it and held it all day. The bears are trying to close the market here. So they've pushed through the pivot, head toward 56.16 next. If they can hold that and bounce, you do have some big earnings after the bell, Amazon and Apple. If they can hit that and bounce, then we would look to 5,700 next. Over on the NASDAQ, NASDAQ has a really, really great overall structure. I would love one more high here, but this move up to the 1764, pull back to the 1236, back up over the 2.0. I could look for a little higher, but NASDAQ has fulfilled its target. It's 19,837 area was what we were looking for. They fulfilled that. They actually spiked over a little bit of this high over here. If we move the chart over, spiked above this high just a little bit. I told you this breakdown area was very strong, and so far they have not been able to get through it. If they do, the next area is the 20,200 area or so. Again, for the ES, I would expect one more high, not necessarily on the NASDAQ. There's definitely an easy scenario for the NASDAQ to bounce with the ES where the ES hits 5,700 and then the NASDAQ holds its high and turns down because, again, it's already fulfilled its target. So we'll have to see how the earnings play out after the bell and how the catalysts work for the market. I think you have jobs tomorrow as well. So we'll see if the bulls are able to give us one more push higher to close the ES gap or the SPX gap, or if this is going to be the start of a move down. If it is the start of the move down on both charts, 3 waves like this, and then back up would be bullish to new all-time highs, and 5 waves like this would give you a bounce and then a breakdown to a much bigger type of correction. So we'll see what kind of pullback we get should the bears win out here into tomorrow. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to our website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. That's because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material. If you scroll down a little further on the page, you're going to see our indicators, which you saw in the first part of the video, and also our courses. We have our Trade Waves Academy course, and right now I am giving 50% off of this course if you get the yearly indicator. So if you buy the yearly indicator right now, you're getting 2 months for free on that, and then you get Trade Waves Academy 50% off. In Trade Waves Academy, we go over all of the things that are outside of Elliott Wave to put a complete package together. We go over market psychology, capital management. You can see all the modules here on the screen. Options trading basics, candlestick patterns, how to trade price action, bull and bear traps, how to identify market reversals, fib levels and why they're important, how to identify key support and resistance, and trade setups and proper risk reward. All of this comes inside of Trade Waves Academy. On top of that, you get our Elliott Wave for Beginners course included in this price, and you get the Advanced Elliott Wave for free included in this price. So for $497, you get all of those modules I just said, plus the Beginners course, plus Advanced Elliott Wave. It's an incredible deal, and you can get it for half off right now if you get the yearly indicator. Now, as I did mention, we do have our Advanced and our Beginners Elliott Wave courses. In our Advanced course, we're going through a lot of the things we're seeing on the charts right now. A lot of those things are the advanced fib levels, the diagonals, double and triple threes, flats, triangles, trading Elliott Wave, which right there, that is worth the price of admission. People don't understand that there's 2 paths, and how do you trade them if there's up and down? It's because you trade setups, and there are very good setups in Elliott Wave Theory. You have to know how to spot them and trade them, and we talk about that here so that you can understand how to do this course. Now, I understand if this is too advanced. You can see, though, that our traders love it. But if you need to get started at the beginning, we have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, and this course is really helping traders understand a complex market in a way that makes sense. It's extremely confusing when good news makes the market go down, bad news makes the market go up. It stops at random places. You don't know what's going on. That's because the news cycles were garbage. Elliott knew this long ago. He knew that key levels mattered. It's not random, and it's you're able to find these key levels, and this is what gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. In this course, you get 25 videos where we go through your introduction. We have to introduce you to Elliott Wave Theory. We have to get your mindset right and give you the KISS method, how this works and why it works. It's very scientific based. People think it's just, oh, you just make a wave up. No, very scientific based. It's outstanding. Chart setup and tools. We go through all of your chart setups, every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how to use it and why we use it, and then the Elliott Wave for Beginners area where we go through each of the waves, how to find the key levels, how to understand impulsive and corrective waves, how to know where to get these measurements, the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, the pivot, everything you need to make sense of an irrational market. Now, the really cool thing about both of these courses is there's several ways to get them cheap or for free. You can get them both at a $37 discount with our Elliott Wave course bundle. You can get them for free in our Trade Waves Academy course. If you buy that, they are included in that course. Or if you just want to get them at a low monthly cost, you simply get one of our monthly rooms, as the Elliott Wave courses are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, we give you all of your real-time market updates, all of your buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions are answered. The midday video that you watch in these calls, that's live for everybody in these rooms. And then you get the beginners and the advanced course included in this price. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade. So we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced trading, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as the individual stocks, the futures trading, his income trading method that just kills it, and his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a cheap price, get you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures that trade that's so unique. That's why you get a 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with your next market update.